Madam Secretary, I think most members of this committee are delighted that you have been chosen for this position. I think you'll be confirmed with a nice bipartisan vote. And I think we'll be consulting and collaborating with you on a wide variety of issues because you have quite a bit of jurisdiction. I think what I heard you say with regard to Senator Nelson's question is if we're going to make a major change, as has been proposed, then there needs to be a national consensus on that, and that there needs to be more of a national conversation. And certainly I appreciate your assurances that Congress will be consulted on this. So I appreciate that. I would also simply like to underscore that in response to Senator Thune's question about rural America, you expressed support for the Essential Air Service. And I would just use part of my time today to say, I think the point there that I would underscore in endorsing your statement, Madam Secretary, is that it is a bargain for job creators and economic developers in the United States to have this assurance. And so I appreciate hearing that from you. I'd like to just touch briefly on three other things, and those would be the Federal Contract Tower Program, the Merchant Marine Academy, and the Jones Act. Now, with regard to the Federal Contract Tower Program, this has been one of the FAA's most successful government-industry partnership programs. And it is critical to air traffic control safety in 253 smaller airports, including 7 in my home state of Mississippi. What are your plans to ensure that this program would enjoy strong bipartisan and bicameral support in Congress, continues to provide these important air traffic control services for our traveling public and our small airports?
I would hope to work with the Congress. Obviously, I've always done that in the past. This is a very important issue. I look forward to working with you on it.
Okay, well, I look forward to a continuing conversation on that also. Now, as you may know, and I think we had this conversation when you came by early on for a visit, which I appreciated. I'm a member of the Board of Visitors at the Merchant Marine Academy. This has been one of the finest collegiate degrees a young American man or woman could receive in the United States of America. And we've had some bumps and hiccups along the way. On January 6th, I was pleased to learn that Secretary Fox has lifted the suspension of the sea year on commercial vessels for students, for midshipmen at the Merchant Marine Academy. I want to encourage you to continue efforts to ensure the integrity of this critical training program for our future merchant marine mariners. The Merchant Marine Academy is operating also under a warning with regard to accreditation. Now, this is unimaginable to me based on where this academy has been historically in terms of academic achievement. The accreditation warning presents a serious risk. I hope you have plans, and my question to you is, will you make it a priority, Madam Secretary, to ensure that the Academy will stay on track to address the cited deficiencies prior to the April 2018 deadline? And will you agree with me that the alumni of this fine institution have a lot of knowledge and wisdom that they can impart to us as government policymakers in this regard?
Senator Wicker, during my courtesy visit with you, you were very concerned about this issue. And I listened very carefully to what your concerns are, which you echoed once again here today. I have been to Kings Point. When I was Deputy Maritime Administrator, I know the facility very well. This is a huge issue, and I can assure you that if confirmed, this will be the first issue that I take up at MARAD.
Well, thank you very much. And then just briefly, because my time is fleeting, a vitally important part of our maritime industry is the Jones Act, which this committee has jurisdiction over. I hope you will be a strong supporter of the Jones Act and advocate for our domestic maritime sector, as a bipartisan majority of this committee has always done.
The Jones Act is a law of the land, and it will be obeyed, unless the Congress changes its mind on that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Wicker.